Alright then, so I'm checking back in on my project pan I started at the beginning of the semester. It's now December, halfway through December. I am hoping to finish this project pan by the time I return back to Boston, which is the end of January, the 26th, so I have very little time left. So I haven't actually done very much. I haven't worn a lot of makeup while I'm here because I've not really had the reason to. And so a lot of these products I just haven't gotten around to using, but I'm hoping to, with continued use, to use a lot of them up. I have used a fair amount of them up, and I'm pretty happy about those. And I'm hoping to finish a couple more products before the end of the year. Hopefully that'll work out for me. But yeah, I'll just start going over what I finished. I have not kept the empty tubes because I have been using it over several months. I don't want clutter, I don't really like it, so I just chuck them out as I go. So the empties that I just don't have anymore are, I had a sample professional primer. It was the sample size of this, and I finished it within the first month. I had very little left, and I knew it was going to be pretty easy to pan because I use it with everything, so it was fine. I also got rid of the rest of my L'Oreal Paris foundation. I had a nearly empty one of these in a shade that was too dark for me. I finished that about 2 months in. It was the shade 104, and so that completely empty, done, cut it open, everything. Finally, my Kat Von D concealer came in a tube very similar to this one. This is my replacement that I bought while here because I needed another concealer. That I finished surprisingly fast within the first month. There's not a lot of product in the tube, turns out. They don't actually have Sephora out here, so I couldn't find a replacement Kat Von D one, so I ended up going to Manor, getting the Naked concealer to replace it. So for the things I'm currently working on that I'm almost done with, I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Sample. This one started full, and I've been working on it since I finished the previous one, so about 2 months now. I have very little left. Let me see if I squeeze the air out, like not squeezing any product out. I have like maybe that much left. So it's almost at the same point as where the Professional was when I started the pan. So that's good. I'll definitely be able to finish this by the end of the pan in January, because I haven't been wearing makeup. I thought I'd just go through this way faster, but I didn't, so there's that. Something else I added to the pan halfway through is the Becca Backlight Filter Primer. I started with a full tube of this, and I really don't like it. I have oily skin and don't really want to use it, but because my skin has kind of been, I don't know, it works really well on top of this, so I use these in combination to like fill my pores and then highlight my skin. It works really well in combination with the Marc Jacobs foundation, so I wanted to make a heavy dent in it. I started again with full tube, and I want to be halfway done. So as you can see, I'm almost halfway because I like dewy looks around the holiday season, so I will probably be done with this, or not done with this, but at the point where I want to be by January. Another thing I am almost done with is the Sephora Green Concealer. This was part of the original pan, and it was like you couldn't see the sides of the tube when I started it. Now, at the beginning of the pan. Now, if you can probably see, you can see almost all the way through the tube. There's not a whole lot of product in here. I am pretty done with that, and hopefully be able to finish this off. I bought a replacement already because I really like green concealers. Again, they don't have Sephora out here, so I bought the Urban Decay one. This one's supposed to be a little bit thicker. Most of these other products, besides like the concealers and such, I wasn't actually planning on replacing because I don't really like a lot of these products that they didn't really want anymore. That's why I'm panning them. But things like the green concealers and the regular concealers, I do plan on replacing because I can't really live without them. But they are easy to pan, and they expire really quick. So that's why I had the project pan. The next thing I wanted to pan was my Marc Jacobs foundation. I didn't say I wanted to pan this. I started pretty full, and I wanted to get to a third of the way there. I am a third of the way there. I hit that mark, which is good. You can't really see through the bottle, but I am a third of the way there, and so I want to finish this winter because it's, you know, it matches my skin tone now, and it's good for the winter. Unfortunately, my skin's kind of been acting up. You can probably see all the acne. This is way more sheer than is appropriate for acne. I am wearing it now, and I have been trying to wear it more often, but I really probably might have to wait improve my skincare in before I can really start using it as much as I want to. So I'm not sure whether or not I really want to add this to my project pan for the rest of January. It'll probably be my next one for 2017 to finish this, along with the promise to get my skin cleared up and stuff like that. But yeah, so I've actually re-fallen in love with this. I didn't initially like it that much, but now I really do like it, and hopefully I will be able to use it again when my skin is better. The next thing I had in my project pan was the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. This one is an opaque tube, so you cannot see how much I've used, but if you look through the tube, which you can't really do with a camera, I am almost done. There is about this much product left if you look where my nails are. Again, I don't wear eyeshadow every day, but I do like to prime my eyes and like maybe set it with some powder, because my eyelids get very greasy, so this like helps prevent that. So I'm almost done. I'll still have some in time to go back to America to get more because I don't really want to buy some here. I really like the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer because it's cheap and it works just as well as the high-end ones. I don't really like splurging on eyeshadow primer, so that's pretty good. I've timed this really, really nicely. The next thing I have is the Sonia Kashuk eyeshadow palette. Now, again, I haven't been wearing a lot of makeup here, so I didn't make the exact indentations that I wanted. However, I did make good progress. So as I mentioned in my first video, I wanted to completely empty this white shade. Again, the shades aren't named. And then I wanted to hit pan on this kind of browny, warm taupe shade. Unfortunately, that did not happen. I have a significant dent in the taupe shade, but not nearly as much as I wanted. I have, however, hit pan in the second shade because that's the shade I use to set my eyelids when so they don't get greasy and so my eyeliner doesn't transfer. So that was a kind of surprise. I wouldn't consider this a success because I wanted to pan this shade and get rid of this shade, and I've panned a different shade and not finished this one. This one's almost done. I'm not going to get rid of this palette. It was my intention at the beginning of the pan to get rid of it, but I've actually kind of like re-fallen in love with it. I really do like it. It has a lot of really nice transition shades for other palettes, so I will probably keep it around for that reason. Another thing I've made really good progress on is the Pacifica Power of Love lipstick. Let me see if I can hold that up to the camera. Be a proper vlogger. This one I started and it was pretty full. It was that full. But I've made a significant indent. Again, I don't wear a lot of makeup here, so this was not as much as I hoped, but it's pretty good. I will be able to finish this before the new year, so that's good. The other lipstick I had in my project pan was the Marc Jacobs lip one. I have that much left. I haven't had an occasion to wear a darker lipstick. It's not really in trend here to wear anything unnaturally dark, so I just haven't gotten a chance to wear it. I have very little left and it's getting hard to put on, so I just haven't been using it. I will probably use it around the holidays and then be done with it and throw it out. So this is definitely finishable as well. And finally, ending with things that are not happening, not finishable, the Rimmel eye pencil in white. It started with a full pencil, so I have made a significant progress. Like, it used to be like, I want to say that long, but it's not something I use a lot of. Like, I use it on my waterline and that's about it. So it doesn't shrink very fast. I ended up buying the NYX Milk eye pencil because I needed a better eyeshadow base for bright colors. So I actually really like this. I really don't like this, so I might just chuck this at the end of the pan. I might keep it around, but this is not getting finished by January. There's no way. Next, I have the Tarte Brow Mousse, and this is ambitious to pan because of how big it is. You can see I've made much more of a dent, I don't know if you can see that, in it since I started. I think I'm almost at the bottom, but I'm not sure. The problem is it just seems to be infinite and it's getting hard to use in like a straight line down, so I've started like scraping the edges and such. So this is not going to be done by the time I want it to be, but that was an ambitious plan anyway. I'm not really super sad about it. So I'm still making a decision on whether or not I'm going to throw it out or not. Probably going to end up throwing it out, but it feels so wasteful, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. Then I have the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and this I have made very little progress on. As you can see with Lyric, I've made the pan a bit bigger, with Levitation not so much, and then I have made a little bit of an indent in Shadow Play, nothing really in Subconscious, maybe it's a little bit deeper, But basically I haven't been contouring while I'm out here. So this, just no progress, really. This Marc Jacobs foundation doesn't look good when set with the lighter powders. When I initially used these light shades, I used it in combination with this foundation and that looked really, really good. However, this one is a little too dewy, a little too sheer to work well. That makes it kind of look cakey. I haven't been using them. Another product, the one that I'm like really disappointed I have not made any progress in, is the MAC blush in Melba that I've had forever. It's my first blush ever, and it's the only natural color blush I own. I did not buy more blushes while I'm here. I have only been using this one, and as you can see, there is still nothing. Like, it's just not something that wants to go away. So I'm gonna keep using it. I'm gonna keep trying. Maybe I'll hit pan before January, but I doubt it because it just seems to be infinite. I'm leaning towards getting rid of it because it's really, really, really old. And then wrapping off everything I said in my previous video with the Hourglass Highlight Ambient Light and Luminous Light. And in my previous video I said there's a lot of product in this, I didn't want to pan it, but I did want to see a little bit of a dent. I haven't seen no dent. There's maybe a little bit of a crevice. I like it more now that I've used it more than when I initially started this pan. But again, there's no way I can get through this fast enough, so this is probably gonna go in my next year's pan. And that is it. So I've completely panned 3 products in this project pan. I'm going to be panning before it's over an initial 7 likely, like it looks like really good for those. There's one product that I'm made a significant dents into, but I'm probably not gonna finish, and 5 products that I've made basically no progress on. So I'm gonna consider that a pretty good success. We'll have to see where I'm at in January to make a further decision. I'm a little disappointed because I just haven't been wearing enough makeup to really make this possible as much as I wanted it to be. So I haven't really added anything or removed anything yet. But I will be making another video starting my 2017 project pan. And that will be a full year, not just 3 months, because I feel like a lot of these products need a full year to get rid of. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye!